I used to be on a YouTube kind of panel series called The Grapevine, and they made sense for what they represented for the culture at the time. I don't particularly think debating people who are so polar opposite in thought is helpful. I don't see that as a utility that gets us any closer to liberation. I just see it as entertainment for people, but it's hard for me to digest that type of like Jubilee type of stuff as entertainment because there are actual people being harmed by the thoughts of people. So I have mixed feelings right now about those shows like that with that type of format, especially because I experienced being on a grapevine. I understand why people enjoy the grapevine. I don't not enjoy it. I enjoyed it before. I enjoyed it before I was even on it. I just think I'm older, and I just think we're having different conversations, and I think we're talking about things differently. At least that's how I feel, right? That doesn't mean it's a fact. That's just how I feel about it. So I like the Lay Friends because it wasn't as polarizing as like to me what Grapevine TV was or Jubilee is an extreme, but as polarizing as like Jubilee. It was like black people from different walks of life all talking about a specific topic, maybe have different pathways to analyze whatever they were talking about, but nothing too harmful happens generally in Olay and Friends episodes. Until this most recent episode of Olay and Friends. Cookie says, I can't watch Jubilee. Maybe when Grapevine was out, I didn't feel so crushed by political climate as it stands today. Exactly. I do think Jubilee is far worse than the Grapevine, obviously, because the Grapevine was intercommunal conversations amongst black people. Whereas you ain't gonna be no white person talk to me like that. We gonna fight. Like that's not what's happening. The world is hard enough and it's always been hard, but it feels harder because of how overt everything is. All of the things that are happening right now are things I've always talked about, are things I've always addressed on my podcast, on Grapevine. But because it's so overt now everyone is having this conversation at the same time and everyone is feeling these things at the same time in real time. That is not entertainment to me to watch something like Jubilee. Like that's not entertainment. And also I personally don't feel like I will learn anything from that. So I'm not the audience, so I stay away.